Emma and Curry.
They'll get you into a hot bath.
Terrible mess. We've still got a building.
Tēnā kōrua.
Good morning, Gaidana. We've come to see if anyone was injured.
Nobody was injured.
Well, where is everybody?
I suppose they've gone back to clean up their homes.
Would Cape Aranui like any help?
E koro, e hia ana koe, kia tirohia koe e te whairu.
Ka hore, ka nui taku pai. Engari me te tiro atu e te whairu nei a tāhare.
He says he feels well, but Sir Charles might be needing some attention.
Gaidana, could you ask him how this area escaped being covered by the stones and ash?
Ai, he tama, e rahi ngā tikanga me ngā huatanga e pāna, ki te kōpū o te one, ka rera nui taia e ngā mātauranga. E korei e taia te whakamārama ki a koe.
He says, young man, there are some things that lie too deep for science, too deep even for words, some things that cannot be explained.
You want some breakfast?
Hey, come on, off you go. Go on, get, hit. Hey, fast. Got an island back again. Tanaka. Morning. Hey, go on.
Be better if you stayed here and kept the business going.
No, it wouldn't at all, Patrick. Look at the confused state you get into when I leave you alone for 5 minutes, turning on your loving wife like you did. Now, don't you worry about a thing. I've worked everything out.
You have?
We'll sell the business, then I'll move to Auckland and stay with my sister. She lives just down the road from the jail, so I'll be able to visit you every day.
Every day?
And with the money we get for the business, we'll get that lawyer Sir Charles had at the land court. He's the best in the country.
I'm pleading guilty.
What?
I'll pay my debt to society. I won't even ask for mercy.
Will you listen to him, the noble man that he is? I'll I'll wait for you, Patrick. If it takes forever.
I'll understand if you don't.
And when you do get out, I'll never let you out of my sight.
Who knows, they might hang me.
I blame myself, you know. You're hopeless on your own.
If I plead insanity, they mightn't let me out at all.
Hey, if we could get some big cabbages from somewhere, we could plant them in Gulfillan's vegetable garden.
Why?
Well, then he'd think it was the ash that made them grow. So we'd bury all his plants and the stuff and ruin his garden.
Hey, we could get some from Uncle Honey.
We could swear a pact against someone. Old Stubbs.
Why him?
I don't know, because he's a teacher. We could all sit lopsided and say that the earthquake had tilted the school.
Well, you could take tourists up to the point and tell them what it was like before it got covered in ash.
But there was nothing there anyway.
How would they know?
We could change all the signs on the terrace walk and send them off into the swamp.
Carrie! Grow up, will you?
Don't I remember someone else suggesting that?
Let's go check the eel traps.
Do you think they're still there after last night?
Of course they will be. There's bound to be something there.
Do you want to go with them? I think we'd better go back.
Yeah.
Come on.
Wait a minute.
Oh, sorry.
You're staying on?
Well, I don't have much alternative. Why? Do you want to buy the place?
You'd sell it, you could.
No, probably not. I'll put too much into it to back out now. How about you?
Oh, I don't know. I think I'll hang on for a bit. I'm thinking of a new approach for my research. That old cottage, the old Macpherson place. I was thinking of taking the lease.
Oh?
And not that I haven't been happy here, but I can't stay at the Albion forever.
Oh, well, if it's the tariff you're worried about, perhaps you could come to some arrangement. It's often done with long-term guests.
Oh, no, it's not the money. Really. It's just that, well, it's time I find a place of mine own. If you know what I mean.
Oh, Emily.
Well, yes.
Don't judge her too harshly, my boy. As a young girl, she was as sharp as a tack.
What?
Mind you, I can't understand a word she says either. But credit where credit's due, Bain. She says it with a certain style. Still, a man can only take so much, I suppose. So, a place of your own. Somewhere quiet.
No, you don't understand.
Of course I do. There's no need to apologise just because she's my daughter. Mind you, there was a time back there. I thought we were going to have you for a son-in-law.
But that's it, exactly.
You'll drop by, of course, for the odd game of bridge.
Mr. Gregory, I'm asking you for Emily's hand.
You what? You mean it?
Well, of course.
Aye, of course you do.
Well, that is, if I have your permission.
Permission? Congratulations! Delighted to have you aboard. Delighted.
Oh, first of all, what about us?
But I haven't yet.
What?
Well, I've just asked your father.
Well?
Well...
I accept!
Congratulations.
Oh, I love it!
They're engaged. They're getting married. Elizabeth!
Congratulations!
Thank you. That's all I think a minute.
Another remarkable recovery, eh, Sir Charles?
Temporary relapse, that's all. You know, this place will be famous yet.
Well, with 2 eruptions in 14 years, I'm sure they've heard of us now. But I doubt if it's good for business.
Not at all. No one was hurt. They'll come just for the spectacle. This place has a better chance now than it ever had before. You know, when I tore up that title, it had no legal effect. Shows how feverish I must have been to resort to the gesture at all.
You don't mean you're going to...
I'm still the registered owner. Happily in English law. You have to do a little more than that to transfer a title.
You're not going ahead.
Damn good mind.
You still believe that what happened was nothing more than coincidence?
What ought I to believe? If the Marios can summon up the mountain at will, well, let's see if they can do it again, and then we'll see who believes in superstition.
Sir Charles, I really...
No, I'm not going ahead. Going home. Wouldn't matter what I built here. The finest hotel in the world. You'll never civilize this place. It'll be backward till the end of creation. You haven't taught the natives a thing. Instead of which you listen to them. Oh no, go for your life. Stick a bone through your nose. Look at them. Enjoying it, aren't they?
Yes. They certainly don't look like a race that's dying out. Excuse me, Sir Charles. I've got some work to do.
A remarkable woman, Elizabeth. She belongs here, doesn't she?
Admitting defeat?
Oh, hello, Guide Anna. No, let's say I'm just attacking my subject from a different direction.
Oh.
I've decided to abandon my paltry attempts at measurement in favor of documenting and recording Maori legends. You know, I've just discovered that the legend of Maui contains some very interesting volcanological insights.
So no more checking up on the spirits with your instruments, huh?
I think I've discovered your spirits have a will of their own.
I believe you and Emily are to be congratulated.
How did you know that?
When the sulphur smells sweet on the hot pools, the Pākehā's in love. Also, Kitty told me. So you'll be staying on in New Zealand?
No, if the land doesn't spit me out.
Why should it do that, if you respect it?
I don't like long engagements.
Oh, I do.
What if he changes his mind?
What if you do?
Oh, I know I love him forever.
Then he probably feels the same.
Oh, I remember the first day I met him. I thought he was such a fool. All he could talk about was hot pools and geysers. And then I began to realize that, well, that he was just being shy. In his own quaint way, he was just talking about us. It was as if everything that he was describing, everything that was happening around us was a reflection of what he felt for me. Nature's inexorable symphony in homage to our love. Haven't you finished there yet? Oh, would you pass my notebook? Thank you. Now, let's see. Mr. and Mrs. Harper.
I thought you said only good friends.
Oh, but they have such a beautiful vase in their shop, and they've told them so often how I love it.
Oh, Emily.
Mrs. Evans and Davy. They'll be good for a loaf of bread. Mabel Dwyer.
Good heavens, why?
Oh, I feel so sorry for her since her husband and Sid have been put in jail.
She's lucky she's not in there with them.
So are they. Guide Anna.
Yes.
Are you sure?
Quite sure. Why not?
We know what Sir Charles is like.
About the Maoris. Well, that's his concern, not ours.
But I wouldn't like to upset him.
Why? What do you think he'll give you?
We were not talking to you.
I'd be much more concerned about offending Guide Anna than I would of offending Sir Charles. Anyway, he's leaving soon, so I wouldn't worry.
You mean he's going back to England?
Yes, as soon as they can get a passage, I understand. Hey, what about the ashes?
What was all that about?
Oh, I don't know. Part of nature's symphony.
Hey, Tom. Your mother will be happy today. The bread... Tom? 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 Didn't you hear me call you? What are you doing? We didn't get any eels. The traps are empty. Hema had a good idea. When they fix the jetty, We can take tourists up the lake to see the ash flows. 2 in a row, Curry could sell the tickets and Sarah could do the description.
She won't be here.
What?
Sir Charles is going back to England.
Oh, that doesn't matter. We can do it on our own. When's she leaving?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, heck, she's only a girl. You need some sulphurous water.
Just watch it, Evans. I'll push you down the hill.
You'll tear my trousers.
Yeah, and your mum will skin you. You know, a bloke could really make a fool of himself.
Over a girl?
Look at Christopher, and he's a scientist. You'd think he'd know.
I don't know. If I was older, I could go for your sister.
Emily!
She's quite a looker.
You want to watch it, Evans. You're going fast.
Anyway, are you going to give her something?
Who?
Sarah Jane, you know, so she won't forget you. Ow! What was that for?
Because you're such an idiot.
You just need someone to share the pain with. Lay off, Gregory, you'll cripple me!
Yeah, we'll just lay off the subject.
Doesn't last forever, you know. The pain. I'm talking about my arm!
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Hello. G'day.
Thank you.
Do you know we were leaving on Friday? Friday? Grandfather's much better again, and there's a boat on Monday. You know, I'll miss this place.
Yeah, it's all right.
We've had a lot of fun. I've enjoyed being a member of Tom Gregory's gang. Never solved a crime before. Will you write to me in England?
You mean a letter?
I'd love to hear from you.
If you like.
Yes, I would.
Well, I've got some good news for all of you. It's a letter from Customs and Excise, and they agree that a reward is appropriate.
Yay!
But in view of the ages of the persons involved, have decided that rather than the payment of £25, presentation be made instead of books of an educational nature.
Ladies and gentlemen, kind friends, I'm so glad you could all come along this afternoon to this modest function to help us celebrate the engagement of our only daughter, Emily, to someone we've come to know and respect, Mr. Christopher Bain of Oxford. Now, I'm not one for making speeches, so I'll keep this brief and to the point, and simply ask you to charge your glasses and drink a toast to lifelong happiness for Christopher and Emily. Lifelong happiness for Christopher and Emily.
Diana, there seems to be some kind of official dispatch. It's for you from Tamate's battalion.
Sergeant, you read it, please.
Guidana, would you prefer to go inside?
No. Go on.
We hereby inform you that on the first day of May 1900, Tamati Takingi Mahi excelled himself in battle, performing acts of bravery and heroism far and above the call of duty, and for which he'll be awarded the Queen South Africa Medal. We'd be privileged if you could attend the ceremony upon his return to Auckland.
Your luggage is on the train, Sir Charles.
Well, thank you, James. Thank you for it. I'm sorry we won't be neighbours.
So am I, Sir Charles.
Well, you'll have an invasion of arthritic aristocrats when I get back to England.
I hope so.
Let's hope none of them have any ideas about building grand hotels, what?
Well, I must go and find my new arrivals. Goodbye, Sir Charles.
Bye, James. Look after my boy.
I will, Sir Charles. And we can't thank you enough for the cottage. We're overwhelmed.
Oh, yes, it's the perfect wedding present, Sir Charles, but really much too generous.
Yes, I know. But I was determined to buy another bit of property here, come hell or high water, if only to disprove the jinx.
Goodbye, Sir Charles. I'm so glad you're feeling better.
Bye. Sarah!
Goodbye, Kiri. So one day you'll come and see me in England. Emma.
Goodbye, Sarah.
Haere rā.
I kone rā. Ka kite anu tau i a taua.
Goodbye, Davy. Goodbye. Try to hang on to your skin. Tom. I'll never forget my visit here. Neither will Domi. Thank you.